So I'm really sorry about the whole meetup and stuff like that, getting all, like all over the place and everything else like that. It was completely spontaneous, and I am glad that I did get to meet two people that I did. I know there were some of you out there that were like wandering around the mall in the area and stuff like that, wondering what the heck was going on. I really am sorry that I did not, get a chance to meet everybody. Next time I do this, I'm going to plan it out a lot better, but again, it was just really spontaneous, and I'm really sorry for that. Outside of that, I had a hell of a time here. I didn't even get to tell you what I did yesterday at the Ubisoft headquarters in Toronto. So we got to do motion capture stuff, okay? And I got to show you here. I got to get it loaded up my camera. We got to get motion capture suits, and we got to do a scene with us, like me and another YouTuber, got to act out Sam Fisher and another character from the game. And then we basically interrogated, which means like beat the crap out of, two people who were also motion capture suits, but they are the actual actors whose roles we were playing. The actual Sam Fisher, motion capture guy and so forth and everything else like that, and the voice of him. And so they recorded our voice, and they're going to render this into an actual scene and then give us the YouTube video give us the video to be able to post up on YouTube. And so I'm really looking forward to that. It was amazing. It was just wow, like that was what I was talking about. Like, it was one of the top 10 nerdiest, like dream come true things ever since I've been seeing motion capture stuff, in like video game magazines and movies, all that stuff. I actually got to do it, and so I can show you a picture here of me in the motion capture suit. You can see it right here. That's me next to Sam Fisher. I'm gonna have a better picture of stuff like that, but yeah, that's me right there in the whole suit and everything else like that. And if I go forward here a little bit, you can see the actual little thing we're doing here. It's again in very bad quality, and stuff like that. But let me get it here. But you can sort of see. Oh no, that's not what we're actually doing it yet. Hold on. Sorry about that. Also, sorry for these vlogs being such low quality. I just got to do this to make sure they actually upload, everything else like that. But you can kind of check it out here. Like some of the stuff we were doing. It's like we were all, like taking lessons from them on what to do and so forth. It was a hell of an experience, again, to say the least, and I'm going to hopefully have some of the video up very soon, and then the completed video I'll put up too. But the really cool thing about it is that you got to change the script and what you did slightly. So instead of interrogating them about, terrorist stuff, I interrogated them on if they watched My Little Pony. And the two actors that we were doing this with actually played along with it and improvised lines based on this. So it was pretty amazing, and some other funny stuff happened with it too, so I'm really looking forward to getting that up on YouTube. And I went to the CN Tower today. I got a lot of video of that, and that was really neat. And I got to meet a lot of really awesome people on this trip that you watch them on YouTube and stuff like that, and you probably have this feeling like, oh, they're a bunch of stuck-up assholes and stuff like that, and they're really not. I know I've said that in other videos, but if you check like my Twitter follow list and stuff like that, like the people I'm following, almost everybody that I met on this trip, we've mutually followed each other and stuff like that. The only exceptions have been people that, we didn't really get to talk that much, because there was like 25, 30 of us there and stuff like that. But everybody here has been incredibly nice. Ubisoft's been really nice. The game's really awesome. I didn't get to talk about yesterday. We played multiplayer, and my big complaint about FPS games in general is that most of them are really damn easy. And I can just like, oh, okay, blindfold on, just fucking, oh, I got top 3, no problem, And that's because I've been playing FPS games since I've been a little kid. Contrary to popular belief, I don't hate FPS games. I just hate how easy they've become. Well, Splinter Cell Blacklist, somebody was asking about this, afraid that it'd be easy to play. It's not. It's not a fucking easy game by any means. Like, not only did I get destroyed in the story mode and in the full-on multiplayer mode, the Spies vs. Mercs mode is also very difficult. Not unfair difficult. It's more like, you have to intimately know the map and the items and the weapons and everything else like that your character's got and how to use them effectively. And it's pretty funny because I got to play against and with K-Pop and White Boy 7th Street and I'm Jehovah and BRKSCDU and a whole bunch of other people. And it was pretty amazing how badly I did. I actually felt bad for the people I was teamed up with, but it was also pretty amazing because I kept the status quo of doing very bad on easy things and being very good at hard things. like basically they have these like proximity mines you can drop down, and so I would almost predict every single time I played against White Boy and K-pop, and I got 9 kills that game. We lost, but I got 9 kills. 8 or so of them were beyond the grave. Like, I would drop down a mine right before I was about to get killed, and bam, they would kill me, and the mine would blow up on them like every time. And then I played against I'm Jehovah, and I threw the frag grenades just in like these corners, just kind of like guessing instinctually. I got a triple kill streak off of frag grenades thrown into random corners, and I got video of all this too. It's absolutely amazing. And so again, that's my thing. I do just random luck, random instinct, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's definitely a very challenging game. If you want to actually have a game where you're challenged and you can't just go in and hit A and just run in like Rambo style to win, you want to try and play this. And no, they didn't buy me out. I'm not selling out, whatever the fuck, I'm sorry to tell you, ever since I started YouTube back in 2007, I'm the same way, I got sponsored, I got offered to be sponsored by Ion Drums instead of Goodwood Drums. I could have flown all over America to all these different places to like play Ion Drums at like different conventions and stuff like that for free, all this like stuff and everything else like that, and I didn't do it. I stayed with Goodwoods, which was much less of a deal in terms of perks and stuff like that, because I liked Goodwoods. And it's the same way here. If this game sucked, I would just not make any videos during this trip, and I would just come home and then just, be like, oh, okay, well, I played it, this is what you need to fix on it, it's not really that good, whatever, but I'm not, because I genuinely like the damn game. I'm not bullshitting you on this, It's like, I really, really do like the game, and for me, it's like, well, you may be like, well, other sponsors aren't going to invite you back if you have that kind of attitude, if they can't get guaranteed press from you, but the way I see it is do you want somebody whose viewers know that he's not bullshitting them, that it's honest? Or do you want somebody who's not going to be able to be trustworthy because they're just going to say whatever, they're told to say? That's the thing. It's like, obviously, what's the word for this? Damn, this is a pretty long vlog. It's like 7 minutes plus now. It's like, I say what I feel and I feel what I say about this kind of stuff, because if you can't trust what I'm saying about my opinion on these things, then what is the whole point of it? Why should I even give an opinion? Because at that point, if you can't even trust it, if my opinion's worth nothing because I'm just going to say whatever, then what's even the point of it? I might as well just not even make these. And I say these opinion videos because you know that I'm not going to bullshit you. So that's the whole point. And some people are like, don't say it so much, it sounds like you're bullshitting. Well, I have to, because people are fucking thinking I'm like making this up. They're like, and what's with people saying Azurite liking a modern game? It's a miracle. Do you not see how much I play League of Legends? I play League of Legends like 3 times a day, every single day. I play Tribes Ascend all the time. I play Smite all the time. I loved Sonic Generations. That just came out like about a year or two ago. I fucking love TF2. It's an older game, but it's still a modern FPS game. There are a lot of modern games I like. I love playing Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. I fucking went to tournaments for that recently and shit like that. I drove all the way down half an hour from where I live in Torrance just to go to a local tournament in Walnut for Wednesday Night Fights just to play Super Street Fighter 4. And I got decimated, but I still had fun doing it, It's like I fucking love a bunch of modern games. Don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of retro games that suck dick too. I'm just saying, this is a good game, genuinely. You may not agree with me because your taste in games may be different, but I genuinely had fun playing it to the point that I forgot to do commentary on some of the actual clips. Like, I just stopped, consciously doing commentary, and I just got into the game. And you know how rare that is for me. But anyways, this is getting to be on to almost 9 minutes now. It's a pretty long fucking video, but overall in Canada, I had a really good time. Again, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet a whole bunch of people. I did, again, get a lot of good footage of Canada, of the CN Tower, of even the poutine I ate, which I know now it's fucking curds. It's not butter that refused to melt, so derp on my part. That's probably why the waitress was being kind of a jerk to me. They were probably like, man, this guy, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And I got some good slow motion footage too, a bunch of random stuff in slow motion, so that was pretty cool. And if you want to see photos of the trip some too, they're already up, go on Facebook and look up Ubisoft Toronto and go to their Facebook page, and then go to the photos, and there's a bunch of photos from the trip in there. And yeah, next time I try and do viewer meetup, I will plan it out like maybe like a day in advance plus, and try and get something going there. And I would love to return back to Canada, or even any of the countries of the people that were invited to this. I mean, there's people here from Germany, people from the Netherlands, people from Italy, people from France, people from Barcelona, people from, Canada, obviously, people from Brazil, so forth. There's so many different cultures here, and it was really interesting getting to learn a lot from all of them. You're like, oh, what do you do in your country, and is it different here? And then, of course, the differences between Canada and America. And I always love that stuff. I think it stems a lot from like the beta community for video games, how I love finding out differences between video games. It's a lot of the same thing, like differences between communities and stuff like that I really like. And speaking of which, too, I'm going to actually start working on a video series soon here, because I'm fucking insane and apparently I'm a workaholic, about, I'm sure you all know what the series is for Did You Know Gaming, right? You all know what that is. Well, I'm going to start something different but similar, in that I've wanted to do this for a long time. I actually got permission from the cutting room floor something like 3 years ago to do this. I just never got around to it. But what I want to do is like how Did You Know Gaming focuses on a game series and all the interesting stuff within that game series, all the trivia. I'm going to reverse that, and I'm going to do a series focused on a single type of trivia. Like, for instance, games with hidden developer messages in them, or games that have massive regional differences, and then use that as the focus of the video, and then have a bunch of different random non-related games in the video. You see what I'm saying there? So it kind of reverses it some, and so I'm going to try and do that and see how that goes. And I'm also going to, of course, finish the Knuckles rap that I'm doing with Random Encounters Entertainment here very soon. And when I get back to Torrance, I've got a surprise for everybody that probably most people aren't going to actually care about, but I care about it because it's really important to me. And I'm going to do a video about that. And my taxi should be here pretty soon. But yeah, definitely been an awesome trip, and I am really starting to get to see more people. So that is about it. And oh yeah, I shot the Lays videos too. Those will be up in the coming weeks. So I'm going to give fair warning. I'm going to have a lot of Splinter Cell content, Splinter Cell Blacklist content coming up in like the next week or two. So just a warning in advance for those of you that are new subscribers. I know most of you probably didn't watch the video this long. If you watched the video this long, write ARF in your comment. There you go. That if you do not like all the Splinter Cell content, it will be done within like about 2 weeks or so. No, probably within about a week at the maximum. But I'm going to upload pretty much everything I've got within that week or two. So, yeah. So it's not always going to be nothing but like, 3 or 4 Splinter Cell videos a day for all time. But for now, it will be, because I want to get this content out before the game actually launches. And, yeah, a lot of really interesting matches in there. I got decimated in most of them. But there's also really good content in there too, where I actually did really good and got some really ridiculous stuff. And I started to get better as the videos go on. But anyways, that's about it. And thanks for watching, as always. And that's about it.